It's been since I was about 15 years old since I've been to a reptile wholesaler. So I happen to be in the area. My buddy Ryan from Underground Reptiles place. Never been to this place. It looks absolutely incredible. We've gotten animals from him before, so excited to see what's going on. By the way, good morning, Reptile Army. Welcome to the vlog. I hope the start of your day is amazing. What do you say we go inside and just see a bunch of cool animals? And I tell you what, my first impressions just walking into the office area, it's ridiculous. This is like a high-end loft area in like some cool cabin in Colorado. Absolutely beautiful. And look what we have here. We have some little kinkajous. Oh my God, you guys are so adorable. Look at this. Oh my gosh, here you can have some too, buddy. You guys can both have some. Oh my gosh, that is the cutest thing in the, oh, he just pushes, he's like, no way. So this entire room is nothing but arachnids. I mean, just slings and slings and slings of little tarantulas, scorpions. I mean, there are thousands of. I mean, this would definitely be a nightmare for most people. I actually think it's absolutely amazing. Take a look at all the Goliath bird-eating tarantulas down here. We've got pink toes. We got, oh my gosh, we've got centipedes. We've got striped-knees. We've got just forest scorpions. Egyptian green's unbelievable. It's cool, man. I'm actually in heaven. I would have been probably crawling on my skin 10 years ago. Now I think it's the coolest thing in the world. Take a look at all these Pac-Man frogs right here. This whole rack here is Pac-Man frogs, different types of Pac-Man frogs. Then we've got some bigger Pac-Man frogs here. Look at how beautiful that one is. That's amazing. And I think the system they have is so cool, right? Because when you're doing wholesale like this, you're kind of moving a lot of animals. You got to keep the care up really well, right? So what they do with these is they actually have holes in the top and the bottom, so they can just take it over to the sink and basically run water through, cleans everything out, keeps everything humid, and keeps the animals happy and healthy until they actually get shipped out. But I've never seen so many Pac-Man frogs in my life. And the thing is that once they hit this size, they're really hardy. It's when they're really tiny that it's kind of hard to keep them. But it's cool. I mean, there are, again, 1,000 Pac-Man frogs here. That is crazy. One of my favorite snakes. You guys know that, like the dry mark on her, the Crebos, but this is actually an indigo snake. Look at the color on that animal, the red coming through, and just unbelievable. I mean, I'm in heaven. This place is so cool. I mean, it's a wholesaler, but it is kept so well, and the animals are so clean, and the caging is amazing. I mean, I didn't know what to expect, to be totally honest with you. Like I said, I've gotten a lot of stuff from these guys in the past, and it's always come in really, really well. But to see the place and look at the indigos there, it's just so cool. This is amazing. I mean, and we have just started, guys. There's so much more to see. This room is a bunch of frogs. I mean, you got all the little Dendrobates. We got little bumblebees right here. We got Dendrobates auratus right here. We've got, you know, just tons of little babies, all kinds of, you know, clown tree frogs up here. Again, looks like we got some Azurus right here, which are really cool. Look at these. Oh my goodness gracious. They are so incredible. Again, just hundreds and hundreds of little poison dart frogs. Over here, we've got the red-eyed tree frogs. I mean, tons of them. Wow, I tell you, there's a lot of frogs in this room. Just a little venomous breeding area here. We got a bunch of eyelash vipers, a bunch of different venomous stuff that's pretty cool. That is just, it's neat. You know, I mean, again, eyelash vipers over here. We've got, you know, bush vipers in this cage, bush viper in the back over there. Just a bunch of really cool, lots of different bush vipers for sure. So definitely working on a bunch of those. Again, very popular animals. So it looks like they're working with a lot of the, you know, again, the eyelash and bush stuff that is really popular, easy to breed, you know, have live young, you know, something like that. So it's cool, you know, definitely lots of layers in this place. You know, I didn't realize there was so much stuff going on. This is really crazy here. These, of course, are African millipedes here, and you know, they actually stopped importing them. So this is one of the only facilities, if not the only facility, that actually has the ability to import and actually breed these guys, so you can buy captive babies of the African millipedes, which are amazing because they're the giant ones that are so impressive, and it kind of stinks that we couldn't buy them for so long. So it's cool that these guys are breeding them now, and wow, that is wild, isn't it? Take a look at this right here. This is a beautiful, absolutely incredible Leachianus. So what locality did you say this one was?
That's a Grand Terror crossed with a Yachty.
Oh, okay, that's the Yetis are actually the ones that are really, oh my gosh. The Yetis are the ones that are the giants, so obviously the GT stuff is amazing. The Yetis are absolutely beautiful, and they get really, really big, so this is, that's why this sucker is such a monster.
This is a Grand Terror. That's a pure Grand Terror right there.
Yeah, Grand Terror. So basically, this is the cool room, right? And what's cool, you know, obviously you can keep all of your New Caledonia stuff in here, but I really love the fact that they have some Trans-Pecos copperheads in here. that are ridiculous. Take a look at that right there. And again, the Transpacific copperheads they're just so beautiful. They're like the locality that everyone is looking for because of that unbelievable contrast. You know, again, it's an Echistrodon, which is the genus of the pit viper, but unbelievable animal, mildly venomous, but still don't want to get bit by them, obviously. But that is an absolute ripper. Over the last few months, I've been working with a company called Jelly Smack to just help bolster some of my social media, in particular my Facebook account, but we're working with a bunch of different things. Now, Jelly Smack is an interesting company. It was actually started by a creator, and it's basically there to help creators grow their platforms. In particular, if you're strong on one platform, they'll help grow the other platforms and help you kind of become more of a social media influencer. Now, why am I telling this? If you happen to be a social media influencer and you're thinking like, hey, I need a little help, Jelly Smack may be just for you. They actually use an artificial intelligence software to help kind of mold your content to where it'll work best for whatever platform they're actually working on. And they work on Snapchat, ID, TikTok, all of them they basically work on. And what they have is teams of editors that work with your specific needs, and they'll actually have like a team specialist that is molding your content so you can be the most successful at it as you possibly can, as well as creating revenue on other streams that you may not already be working with. And they work with lots of creators, not just like me. They work with Mr. Beast, they work with PewDiePie, they work with Philip DeFranco, and tons of other great top-end creators. And the thing I like out of personal experience, I can tell you it's working for me, is that they have a specific team that is for each creator to just kind of help optimize your success. They also just have a simple rev share model basically that is set up that's super easy. They put out their money to edit your videos as well as boosting posts and so like that so that you can make the most money you possibly can out of your content. And what that basically means is that Jelly Smack has to make money for you or they don't make money at all. And that's why I love working with them, is because they're motivated, right? You don't put any money out of your pocket to work with them. They work with you and they put out tons of their money to make you a success. It's a win-win situation. I mean, if they don't make money, they don't get paid, and if they make money, you get paid more. Jelly Smack is a global company as well with hubs in more than 11 countries. And they don't just do video production, they work on things outside like NFT production, translation service, and even brand partnerships. And I'm coming to you guys because I really love Jelly Smack, and if you're an influencer that wants to take your stuff to the next level, I think Jelly Smack is the way to go. I've actually already had several of my good friends join on Jelly Smack, and they're doing really well as too. So it's hard to find a company that actually follows through with what they promise, and so far I've been over the moon happy with this. It's really simple if you're interested. All you have to do is go over to jellysmack.com, click the get in touch, make sure, this is very important, make sure they say Brian Barczyk sent you, and they'll help you out, guys. Again, jellysmack.com, go to get in touch, tell them Brian Barczyk sent you. Trust me, it's working for me, and I know it'll work for you. Of course, some colubrids as well, just a lot of everything here. I mean, I'm super impressed. I'm not gonna lie to you, kind of blown away. I knew it was gonna be kind of cool, but it's way cooler than I ever expected. Just everything's so organized and amazing. This is actually a white-sided Brooks king snake. It's a recessive mutation. We were lucky enough to be some of the first people to produce these guys way back in the day. I think we paid $2,000 for our first white-sided Brooks king snakes. Now they're affordable, obviously, and I don't have any, so I think I got to get on the list to get some when these guys produce. I tell you what, guys, these have a soft spot in my heart. These are actually Solomon Island ground boas, and these are some smokers. I mean, they typically are kind of a gray looking, not that impressive to be honest with you, but I love the little shovel heads that they have. And the reason they have a soft spot in my heart is that this was the first actual live young that I ever had when I was like 15 years old. I bred a pair of Solomon Island boas and had 22 babies. Again, they were nowhere near as pretty as this one right here. This is an absolute smoker. And then take a look at this giant female right here. Unbelievable. She is gigantic. And there's actually that localities that are called like Isabel Island. That's what it looks like this particular one is, because it's like a real white phase, really beautiful, unbelievable. I mean, and that is a giant female too. She's going to have a ton of babies when she produces. That is incredible. The yellowtail Crebos, I love them to death. These are one of the larger of the Crebos. I think these can get like 9 foot long. They're absolutely giant animals. Again, they have that beautiful contrast between the head, that's kind of that, you know, grayish black color, all the way to the beautiful yellow tail, hence the name. And just amazing animals, super cool. Again, dry mark on, just like indigos, Crebos, all that stuff. Intelligent snakes, definitely amazing. Got some cute little western hognose snake. This is actually a super conda right here. Of course, that's an incomplete dominant. This is the super version of it that just has this patternless, absolute beautiful animal. I love western hognose snakes. They're just so cool. This happens to be a cool little one here. This is actually an Axanthic Anaconda. tortoise. So this is just the single gene, or the single expression of the incomplete dominant, but then it's got the recessive mutation of Axanthic bred to it that just basically reduces the yellow pigment. That's what Xanthophore is. And then of course we have a little albino, not so little, getting a little bit of size to it, an albino anaconda that is absolutely gorgeous. I mean, really cool pattern. So some cool hog nose too. You guys know I love these guys. So this is actually Rex, the rhino iguana. Believe it or not, it's Ryan Gitman's oldest animal here that he's got. It's almost 30 years old, and he's been doing reptiles his entire life, and this is it. This is Rex. Hey Rex, how are you doing, buddy? Want some pets? Hi Rex. That is just cool. I mean, I can't imagine when our rhinos are 30 years old. So, I mean, they're just such amazing animals, but it's cool to see. Again, outside, definitely the way to keep these guys if you can, but we do the best we can do indoors, but absolutely incredible to see a 30-year-old rhino iguana. This is the tortoise breeding area. Of course, we have a bunch of redfoots over here, a whole slew of redfoot tortoises, all just kind of hanging out, having a good time. I mean, it's pretty cool. And again, when you're down here, these are almost like chickens, to be honest with you. You know, you just kind of collect the eggs. You know, you leave them out there, you do whatever. Of course, we got yellowed foots over here, got a ton of Greek tortoises over here, just kind of all over the place. You can see these little guys just kind of wandering around and stuff like that. And when you have an area like this outdoors, again, it's really cool because you can just leave them alone. You know, you throw food in them and then eventually collect eggs, and that's how you produce them. I mean, it's really quite simple. A lot simpler in Florida than it is in Michigan, I can tell you that much. This is pretty cool. You guys may not know, but Ryan has always been into mixed martial arts. So he actually built a gym on his property where they can actually grapple and stuff like that. You've got the Underground Grappling Club. I mean, how cool is that to have your own gym in your backyard? I mean, that is, it's pretty cool. I better get out of here before he challenges me. This is pretty amazing. This may actually be the first and only T-positive Greek tortoise. You see it has kind of reddish eyes. It's definitely hypo, right? So it looks like it's lacking melanin, and it's probably lacking everything but the tyrosine, making it T-positive. So it's amazing. So they're gonna raise this up, obviously, hopefully breed it out and maybe produce some more babies. Again, it'll probably be a recessive mutation, but that's pretty cool to be holding a one-of-a-kind tortoise. You want to see a weird turtle right here. This is a side neck turtle from New Guinea. Absolutely crazy. They've got that crazy long neck, and they love to snap at you, so you got to be really careful because they will try to bite. Ooh, you can see that thing just whipping its head. Whoa, whipping its head around. That thing is absolutely wild.
This is Caluma nascitum.
Oh my gosh.
And it's a nose-horned chameleon from Madagascar.
And they say super small, right?
Yeah, that's an adult right there.
That's an adult. Oh my gosh. That's amazing. I've always loved these guys. You guys know I love skinks, and Peter's banded skinks are just so beautiful. Just such an interesting animal. Again, they look kind of like a pink tongue, a blue tongue, all that type of stuff, but they got the interesting pattern to them. Just a really cool animal, but still being imported a lot. So it'd be interesting if someone ever sets up a big breeding group and actually starts captive breeding them, because I think they'd be really popular captive bred, but I haven't seen too many people do it. Some have, but not nearly as much as some of the other skink species.
But a good energy here, so please don't startle anybody.
Of course not.
There's 3 Egyptian Cobras, no venomoid, all live.
It's amazing. How long have you been working with venomous?
Pretty much my whole life, in and out, you know, so now it's, you know, big project, Cobras. Always venomous, working with the venomous here underground, setting a really high standard, but a lot of handling, a lot of care.
Yes.
A lot of respect.
That's absolutely amazing.
There's an energy here that there's a lot of work where nobody sees, you know?
Yes.
A lot of care for these animals and a lot of discipline day in, day out. It's not, all these animals have the power here. They all have the power. But we're all on a really good energy line and a lot of compassion and a lot of fresh water.
Well, you're doing a great job, man. It's amazing, dude.
Yes, wow. Here's three Egyptian Cobra, straight from the motherland. Give them lots of love, lots of attention. Took a lot of work to get to that. They don't come out of the box like that.
I don't think so, no. That's pretty amazing. It's astounding. Monkeytail and Solomon Island skinks are some of the most beautiful and incredible animals for a bunch of different reasons. Number one, they live in like kind of a social group setting where they actually protect each other's babies. They'll only have one, maybe sometimes two babies a year, sometimes every other year, to be honest with you. They have live young, and they come out about this size when they're born. And again, not only will the parents protect them, but the entire social group will protect them. But what's interesting about this pair here, it's the only known Axanthic monkey-tail skinks in the world. I mean, how incredible is that? To be holding not only one of the rarer skinks in the world, but also the fact that it's a color mutation on top of it. That is incredible. And both of these are so beautiful. But you can see this one is a little bit protective of even the other one. So got to be a little bit careful. But wow, that is a sight to see. And I'm so happy I got a chance to check them out. Sometimes you need a helping hand. And today I've got a little bit of a helping hand. Thank you, by the way. This, of course, is a caiman. Caiman are so high energy. That's the problem. I mean, between an alligator and a caiman, I mean, we're talking like 100-fold the power and energy. You don't want to get hit. Look at those sharp teeth right there. Much more kind of pointed than an alligator as well. So these guys are absolutely chiseled, beautiful, I mean, dinosaurs you could possibly get. But again, you can just see this monkey is not happy right now at all, but it's still an absolute pleasure to get a chance to hold him. So it's been an absolutely amazing day here at Underground. I hope that you guys enjoyed. If you guys are, you know, interested, I'll put a link in the description to all of their content. That way you can show them some love. Definitely cannot thank them enough for allowing me to come out. If you enjoyed the video, right up here on the left side, you can actually hit a playlist if you don't mind. Over on the other side, you can actually hit the subscription button. Have an absolutely wonderful day, Reptile Army. Remember, be kind to someone, and I promise I'll see you in the next one.